today's reading, we are going to do a check-in in the energy of our feminine and masculine, but mostly I'm focusing on reading the feminine's energy. If you're a cross watcher wanting to check out on your feminine, you are welcome to join us and hear the reading. But later we will also be drawing for our masculine, but the main focus is on the feminine's energy. So there's going to be multiple messages that are possibly coming in for today, so only takes what applies to you, leave the rest for others. For our feminine, first we have the love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. And then for our tarot cards, first we have the Eight of Coins. And then we also have, wow, the Death card. And finally we have here the Eight of Wands. Okay, so for my feminine, I feel like right now you're currently waiting for someone to express something to you or to message you first or to approach you first. Now, for some of you, it could be that you're already in contact with someone. Could be that you recently met someone that you just started talking to and it's just nice, it's light, it's a breath of fresh air. For some of you, you're actually wanting to be contacted by an ex, whether this be an actual relationship or whether it was a situationship. Because for my feminine right now, it seems that you're working really hard. You're just focusing on your own thing, trying to stay busy so as not to think so much, because the second card is the Death card. So recently you did experience some sort of hard ending, be it like previous relationship or situationship. This could also be like a work situation. This is a huge transition and transformation, and it's not easy. It's like taking all of your willpower just to get through this, to be able to make it through. And it's like right now you just really want to survive, but you are hoping to receive some kind of like a good news or like good message that just changes things for you or that improves your mood and your situation, be it like having contact with a certain particular person, be it someone from the past, or be it you hoping to have a new beginning with someone completely new. Let's see what else is going on for the feminine. Eight of Cups in reverse. Yep, definitely. So for a lot of my feminines, someone from the past is definitely gonna be contacting you, be it because you still have some unfinished business or like some remaining ties, or like this certain pull that you feel with this person. Even though for a lot of you this is something that you're trying to escape or get away from, but there's just something with your energies that keep circling back. We already have like 8 cards here, so it's 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and 8 of Cups. And the number 8 is like the infinity symbol. So is like a cycle of like going back and forth and like never ending. So, and especially with that Eight of Cups in reverse, it's like something that you lost will return, be it in the form of still the same person, or be it for the most of you who is actually manifesting and wanting this to be with someone else, someone better, especially for those of you who came from somewhat of a toxic or an incompatible previous relationship. But there definitely will be, for people of you who have like unfinished businesses with your ex, it's like there's this test or like this opportunity to be able to talk again, and it's up to you. It's like it's your choice on whether you're going to go back to this, or whether this is just you, a part of your clearing out this old energy so that you can welcome a completely new person, the one that you actually deserve and who can match you. Especially with that eight, it's like it's infinity, and it's like it's very balanced. So before we continue on, I would like to check on our masculine. So this masculine that I'm going to read, this is your divine masculine, meaning the person that God intends you to be with, whether you already know this person or whether this is the person that you're manifesting who's going to come into your life, whether you haven't met yet in the 3D world. But this divine masculine, meaning your divine counterpart, the person who matches you energetically. Okay, so for our divine masculine, we have the dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So this being your divine counterpart, if you have recently experienced some difficulties, then definitely they as well have experienced this rough time as well. Maybe in a different way from you, but definitely not so easy as well. It's like just the fact that it says change, heal, adapt. It means that your divine masculine recently experienced like a hard transformation as well, similar to yours. For you, my divine feminine, you're already moving past whatever it is that recently went on with you. You're already moving past this, especially with that Eight of Cups, even though it's in reversed. But for your divine masculine, this for them was a bit more, how do I say it? It's been a bit of a longer time since this occurred for them, but it's like you're moving past a lot faster compared to them. So even though yours is a bit more recent, even though they're, whatever this situation is that they're healing from, this deep wound that they got, even though this was more in the past for them, It's like you're moving on or moving forward much faster compared to them. They've only begun to really. Okay. They've only begun to really transcend and transform from these experiences. Okay, so for your divine masculine, they're actually manifesting this relationship already. They're not completely ready yet, and they're not aware of this yet, meaning the intensity of what your actual connection would be and what your connection means, how deep it actually goes, given that your divine counterparts, they haven't completely realized this yet, but they are already starting to align with manifesting you in their life as well. So whether this is someone that you've already recently started talking to, but for a lot of you, I feel like this is someone that you haven't met yet, or you could have met them in some way, like your paths could have crossed in the smallest way, but you don't really know each other yet, or at least you don't really know what you'll mean to each other in this lifetime. So, but for them, they're like in this very dreamy, they're in this very dreamy state wherein it feels like they're ready. They're ready to be loved and to love. They've been chasing after their dreams for such a long time, and a lot of them are like getting there or already there somehow. They're living their dream, or like the things that they've always aspired to do. They're experiencing it already, but it's like they now want to share these things with someone, which is you, because you're already showing up in their energy, which is the Queen of Cups. They feel you energetically, vibrationally, whether you know each other or not, and they're healing. They are healing. The fact that the Five of Cups is in reverse for them already, I feel like they have learned their lessons. They're ready to offer their heart and soul to someone. They're starting to open up again to love. But they're not quite, with the High Priestess in reverse, they're not aware yet. They're not completely aware of these things yet. How deep this is. They're just starting to like feel this urge of wanting to like have someone to share their life with, because they recently just learned and realized a lot of things, a lot of like lessons and purpose for the things that happened to them. Because for you, my divine feminines, I feel like regardless of the hardships, or regardless of the challenges that you faced in your life, you have like this full awareness that it has a purpose. Or you might not understand why these things happen, but it's like you have this certain faith that in the future you will find out why these things had to happen to you first. So you have that faith and understanding. But the divine masculine, he's not like completely aware of those things yet. He had He had to heal the hard way, not really understanding why we have to go through these certain cycles or these certain experiences to learn. So he's only starting to realize these things now as he aligns himself to you. But this high priestess in reverse, this here is the blockage, or like the last thing that he needs to get through, or to get over, in order to get to you, to finally be in the same frequency with you, and therefore manifesting each other in the 3D world. Because it feels like, even though you've already, for example, for some of you, even though you already met in the 3D world, you still don't realize that, oh, this is my divine counterpart, at least on their end. Wow. Okay, so now I want to see the shared energy between the two of you. I want to see the energy of the connection right now. Okay. So here we go. What came up is not today. It says not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call or person, boundaries. So angry. So yep, that pretty much explains a lot. So yeah, I think this confirms the feeling that I had, wherein I felt like you guys don't really know each other yet because of this. So I don't know, for some of you, if you've like started talking to people right now, you might want to beware, or at least not put like so much expectations, or like don't put too much of yourself first and jump into anything new if you've like started to date or meet someone. Because with this not today card, I really feel like you haven't met this person yet, or you're not yet aware of this person yet. So chances are your divine masculine is probably not the new person that you started talking to. So you might want to be careful. Be careful and not go in like too deep yet with anyone right now. It's good that you're like keeping busy, my feminines. Just keep focusing on that, and then, but there's like this energy of wait for this, wait for the alignment. Because with that 8 of Wands, it's like you don't even have to actively seek this person. Is like they will be the ones to come to you. Okay, so let's see. Wow. 9 of Cups. 4 of Swords in reverse. And the Sun card. Okay. Okay, so the shared energy between the two of you with that 9 of Cups, it's like it's very wishful. It's very wishful, but with the 4 of Swords in the reverse, this feels like it's more in your head right now versus in the 3D world. So it's almost like both of you are like wishing for one another. It's like this is the time where you're mostly, because that 4 of Swords in reverse to me feels like daydreaming. It's like it's a lot of daydreaming. You and your divine masculine are both manifesting in your thoughts. It's like you're imagining the kind of life that you want to live, the kind of relationship that you want to have, the kind of person that you want to be with. So there's a lot of wishful thinking on this part. Although with that Four of Swords in reverse, I also feel like there's this restlessness between the two of you, but it's like you're aware of the other person. You know that there's this person that's like always been meant for you, that you're supposed to meet. So there's like a lot of hope and happiness and dreaminess that's coming from that. You might even have been having some dreams about a certain person, although you might not know who that person is, but there might be like someone who's appearing in your dreams, and it might be bothering you when you wake up that why am I dreaming of this? It's like, who is that person? But that in your dream there's like this certain comfort or ease that you feel with this mystery person, or even if you've like seen their face in the dream but you don't really know who they are. So this is you and your divine masculine manifesting into each other's lives in the form of your dreams before you actually come together. But with that sun card right in the middle of everything, is like, despite everything that you have experienced so far in life, all of the hardships, the pain, the hard lessons, it's like this is the one thing that keeps you going, that powers you up, is knowing that there's this person that you're waiting for and that's waiting for you, that you know you're eventually going to meet, even though sometimes you lose hope of whether you will ever meet them or whether they actually exist. But know that they do, because deep down in your heart, deep down in your deepest side of your heart, you know that they exist. You've always known that they exist. And that brings you happiness. Even though it's like a bit shaky right now, or a bit temporary right now, because you still don't know them, but hold on to that feeling that every time you imagine this, like your future with someone, you have that big burst of hope and happiness. We keep holding on to that, because the more that you hold on to that, the faster that this will come. And also at the same time, I feel like right now, the two of you, also with that Nine of Cups, I feel like you're just both focused on your aspirations. So right now it's actually mostly career, particularly on your end, my divine feminine's end. You're more focused on like your career and your wealth right now. Now as for my divine masculine, it's like they're almost in that sense they're already settled. So what they're working on right now, what they're settling, is more of like their emotional side. Whereas I feel like you, my divine feminine, are more emotionally prepared. Although yes, you have your own pains, but it's like you're more accepting of this already, of the things that went down. You might just need like um one or two more pushes, and then you're like completely through, or like just ready to be done with the past and to just move forward already. But the divine masculine, on the other hand, is like more ready in terms of the 3D world, like career, wealth, possessions. They already have like those things down and settled. It's more of like their emotional and mental and their spiritual side that's developing. So physically they're prepared for this. So yeah, there's that balancing that's being settled for you too. Okay, so I'm going to clear out these cards and then we're going to look at the future. Hopefully like the near future for each of you. I'm going to start with my feminines. And then we're gonna check on the divine masculine, and then we're going to check on the shared energy. Now take note that, like I mentioned for my divine feminine, I'm feeling that energy of like an ex or a previous relationship or situationship that you have been recently been in or been out of, But if you may notice, aside from that Eight of Cups in reverse card, there's like no other card that's appearing regarding your ex, which kind of tells me that it's because they're really like cut off from your energy already. Aside from like maybe needing to talk about one or two things, or them wanting to reach out to you and explain something, or like for some of you maybe even try to get back together. But I feel like with that death card, you're just done. You're ready for the real thing. It's like you're done with these karmic relationships or with these soul contracts, which is good. I hope that if this does happen, that you remember exactly why this previous relationship or situationship of yours ended, so that you don't fall back into the same old toxic cycles that you've been in before with all of those 8 energies. It's a good thing that the death card was there, because it's time to finally break through and break away from all of that. Is like it's enough. The time that you've spent with that is already enough. Okay, so future for my divine feminine. Wow, 3 of Cups. Okay. We also have the Page of Cups. A lot of Cups energy coming through for you. And the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is it. This is it, my darlings. This is your good karma. The universe sees all of the previous injustice and unfairness that you have experienced in life, or the previous hardships, and this is like the universe's way of saying it's not for nothing. Everything that's ever happened to you has like a purpose, and all of it has like an equivalent return, is what I'm going to say. An equivalent positive return. It's like for all of the things, the bad things that you've experienced before, here's the counterpart of that. But that's a Wheel of Fortune. So with the 3 of Cups, I see you. If right now you're still in more of a hermit energy, for some of you, that you're like closing yourself up or locking yourself away from everyone in order to process and heal from the things that you've experienced, or because you're like throwing yourself into your work and just focusing on working and being busy all the time so as to not think. With the Three of Cups, I see you coming out of that hermit mode. And especially with the Page of Cups. So it's like you learning to let loose, you relaxing, you having some fun for a change. Especially for those of you who are super introverts and avoid socializing. Or for those of you who are workaholics. So it's like what I see for you in the near future is you letting loose, because you have like this ease and this complete faith that you don't have to stay bitter, or you don't have to stay stuck, or you don't have to lock yourself away anymore in fear of getting hurt again, or in fear of being vulnerable around other people. It's like this is you in your strongest. But despite despite it being you at your strongest, it's still you in your softest. So it's like there's that balance between this newfound strength that you have, along with the lessons from these experiences, or like this new confidence. I feel like this is especially for those of you who do get contacted by your ex, and then it's like you passing that test and not falling into your old ways, or not falling back into those old ties that were just holding you down. I feel like this will give you like a cause for celebration, or like this big relief, and it's like a sense of achievement that you finally went past that. So with that Three of Cups, it's like now you're letting loose, or now you're like finally ready to relax. And it's like just looking forward to the blessings that the universe is going to throw your way. And it's like the more that you let loose and the more that you have fun, it's like the more blessings that actually come, or it's like the luckier you become. So please remember that, especially for those of you who might still be struggling right now, or who are still unsure, or for those of you who are transitioning, especially in a work or career situation. Because like I said, the death card could also be in the form of a career thing. Don't worry. I mean, I know it's hard not to, given the limitations that we have in our 3D world, but you don't have to worry. You have to always remember that the universe has got you. You don't need to rely on anyone else but yourself and God to get you through all of this. And you always do, you always will. Just as you always have, is what this is saying. Okay, let's look at the future for your Divine Masculine. Let's see what's going on with them. Okay, there's that Four of Swords in reverse again, the same one that was coming up for your shared energy earlier. Okay. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay. There it is. That's why I was feeling this. Okay, so yeah, they have the Hermit in reverse, the Ace of Swords. So I feel like for your Divine Masculine, a lot of clarity and information are coming through to them. I feel like this is, given that the Hermit in reverse is here, This feels like a lot of spiritual realizations or like downloads that they're getting from the universe in preparation for you to aligning and meeting. Is like, and then there's like this restless there's that restless energy again, more so coming from their side. Restlessness meaning it's like the more that they learn, the more that they realize, the more plans that they come up for their future, whether it's for their career. It's like the more that they also feel that wanting to share this with someone, which is you, the more that they're like trying to seek you, or the more that they're getting restless and ready to meet you, is what this feels like, especially with that hermit in reverse. Even though not quite yet, but it's like they're wanting to already. It's kind of funny how I was like mentioning you letting loose and then like coming out of that hermit energy, and then them having the hermit card in the reverse. So I feel like they're also, I feel like in some ways they also had their own hermit energy moment, but it's different from yours because I feel like the divine masculine did not stop socializing, because I feel like he has to, whether it be for work. So it's like he has like no choice but to be out there and interacting with people. But I feel like previously he's always just been doing this, mostly all about career, mostly all about career interactions for his career, less for like the social, or even if he does go out, say with friends or family, it's like he's somewhat reserved, or um there's like a part of him that he's always holding back or not revealing with the hermit. But I feel like in the future, the more downloads that he gets from the universe and from God regarding life and regarding relationships, and a bit of like some sneak peek regarding your futures. Because I feel like he also has dreamt of you as well. Doesn't have to like actually be you. What I mean is you energetically. Could be similar to the kinds of dreams that you possibly could have been having as well. So kind of like that is like you don't know the person, but there's like just a certain feel to them. So your divine masculine could be having similar kinds of dreams about you, which is making him restless as well. So yeah, from what I was saying is, I feel like he's also coming out of that hermit hermit energy, wherein he's like just holding himself back, or like holding this big part of him away from everybody. I feel like the more that you're letting loose, the more he's like getting ready to open up as well, because I feel like he has some people that he can talk to these things with, but I feel like it's not gonna be like the way that he would open these things up to you, which I feel would just come so naturally when it's you. It's like it just comes out, because there's going to be that certain level of comfort and understanding between the two of you, which is quite sweet. So for my divine feminines who are losing hope, just hang in there. Hang on to this. Your person is right there. He's out there. He's just right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at your shared energy for the future of what's coming up for the two of you. Oh my. Wow. Wow. Okay. So for your shared energy, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have the King of Cups, was the very first card that I was able to open up there. And like we also have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Oh my goodness. Okay. So one thing that I know for sure, there's another card that's speaking out. Oh my god. Okay, there it is. The World card. Oh, okay. Okay. So one thing that I know for sure regarding you guys is that this meeting is going to be a big surprise. You probably hear this a lot, or you probably expect this already, but I just have to say it. I have to say it. It's like you both are gonna be blindsided by this. It's like, okay, you're just going on about your life, doing your own thing, but then being aware that there's this person for you, and then you're like just waiting. Sorry for the disturbance if you heard that just now, but anyway, moving forward. Again, it's like you guys are both gonna be blindsided. You're like just going on about your lives. You know that there's a person for you, you're like waiting for them, looking for them, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're there. That's what this feels like. It's going to take some time, of course. You have to understand. You have to understand that there are things that you both need to work out. Of course, the best things in life always takes time, and the better they are, the longer it takes. But with that Queen of Wands in reverse, it's like you both have no idea. But at the same time, it's like there's this strong energy of impatience coming from the two of you, almost as if like angry and complainy. It's kind of like a child throwing a tantrum. It's like, where's my person? Why haven't I met them yet? I want them in my life already. I'm ready for this person. Why haven't I met them yet? It's kind of like a brat energy. Or like a spoiled kid energy of like you complaining to the universe as to why hasn't this something like, why hasn't this happened for me yet? All of my friends, or like a lot of the people that I know, they got married at this age, or like they now have like several kids. But why hasn't this happened for me yet? What am I doing wrong here? Something like that. You have to understand, it takes time, especially with the World card. I'm gonna be honest, for a lot of you, this person might be from a different country from you, or might be living a bit far from you. It's like there's moving that's going to be involved for you guys to be able to meet, so you really have to be patient. But I see that you both are working on keeping things in control. It's like, okay, you're just trying to just be calm, trying to just um keep your emotions in check. But it feels like, okay, like during the day you're like both so busy. You're like focus on your own things, your goals, whatever you guys are each working on. So it's like during the day it's like that, so you're this controlled king of cups. But it's like as the evening comes and as the day fades and you get into like your downtime, where you have like the space and the time on your own to be able to think and reflect about things, is like this impatience sets in, where it's like, why haven't I met this person yet? Out comes the spoiled, bratty, tantrumy child. I'm not trying to make fun of you guys. I'm very familiar with this as well. I'm just saying that this is what it's kind of like. This is the best way that I can describe this energy that I'm like sensing for you guys. So I know how hard and serious this is. I'm not making fun of you. It's just that's the best way that I can describe it, and I hope that you can like, despite the intensity of these situations and emotions, hope that you find some time to like find the lightness in it and like just laugh about it. The lighter that you take it, the easier and faster it's going to go. The more that you like try to hold on to it and feed the heaviness, is like the more excruciating and longer it takes. So just let it go. Now for the Two of Pentacles in reverse, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a bit in the future you guys are gonna feel as if less in control, is like completely busy, booked and busy, and then it's like everything is like just happening to you. It's not in your control. Could even be like a struggle in managing or keeping up with everything. So that's why you have to be this King of Cups who's completely composed and is like keeping your emotions under control. It's like, okay, I can't be overwhelmed. I have to keep it together because I have a lot of things going on. I'm having a hard time keeping up already. I don't have any time to break down. I don't have even like a minute to spare to break down. So yeah. But with that world card, okay, so for our closing message to everyone. So I want you to take a look at this world card. I want you to take a look at the world card. This is what you should aspire to be right now. For the meantime, is be like this world card, which is, by the way, my most favorite card in this deck. As you can see here, she's holding like this big, well, it's kind of like a crystal ball, but if you ask me, it kind of looks like the moon here. They look very much alike, but it's like a mini version of the moon, but it's reflecting the same light. It's reflecting the light of the moon. So you should aspire to be like this world card, meaning hold on to what you have right now, even though it's like just a thought, just a feeling, just like an idea of this person who is meant for you, that you know will come. Be content. Be content in the present, and like focus on the good things, the good feeling that you get. Focus on imagining the kind of person and relationship that you want to have in the future, but at the same time knowing that the real one, the actual one, is out there somewhere, and that these feelings, these thoughts, possibly these dreams that you're having about this personal relationship is like a reflection of the actual thing, but at the same time that these feelings and dreams and hopes that you have for this is still nothing compared to the actual one once it does happen, but it's just there. If you close your eyes and just dig down really deep into your heart and into your soul, you will feel it because it's always there. Your heart reflects this energy and bond between you two, even though you haven't met yet. So yeah, just hold on to that. See how she's holding on to it and treasuring it, even though it's not the actual moon yet. But she appreciates, and it's like she's just being content being in her own elements for the time being. So that's it for today. I hope that this helped, this somehow helped. I do offer personal readings for those who are interested. It's live readings, unlimited questions, but only for like an hour and a half. So you can find my information in the description below, and please do like and subscribe to this video. See you again next time. Bye!